the teachers started talking to each other and to the students, and the students started talking to each other like, we don't need you to be there. We need you to be beside us. We need you to think about good ways to teach us and then use the technology as a tool. So students would now give ideas to the teachers, say, I really want to learn about this. Can we learn about this? And the teachers were saying, yeah, let's learn about that. So the teacher and the student all of a sudden became partners in the student learning.
Well, being in teaching for almost 20 years, you think to yourself, is this going to replace teacher? You know, philosophically, I was thinking, where's this going to go? And, you know, are we going to be putting ourselves out of a job? And the answer is obviously not. This only enhances my teaching every day.
They're more willing to try things. They're more fearless. They want to try things out, see if it works, and if it doesn't, hey, guess what? The teacher yesterday, she tried it, it didn't work for her either. It kind of levels the playing field, and everybody feels like they have access, everybody has opportunity, and it sort of takes away that stigma of like, oh no, I can't make a mistake. Because we're all making mistakes and we're learning together.
From my own experiences in terms of the type of education I grew up in and I've experienced for most of the last 10 years was kind of the classic model, the teacher as the holder of the information. What it's become is more kind of the students and the teachers learning together. It's become that sort of process where you get to a point where the students are able to think and be creative.
I don't know if it was possible before with just paper to collaborate with 25 different students in an hour. Online, I'm able to do that. I don't have to write things down on the chalkboard. I just take a picture of it and send it to everybody. It just speeds up all of those mechanisms of teaching so that we can just get to the part of actually like me actually being able to have the time to sit down with them for 10 minutes and explore an idea with them.
And what's excited me over the last 12 months is how like a simple activity can turn into a whole day's worth of learning. The ability to be able to do that quickly and to change gears very quickly with technology due to the inquiring nature of the students.
Now at first, the technology was out front. Over time, it's become, the technology has faded away and better pedagogy has become the forefront.
What you are doing is you are taking your information on conservation of electricity and you are creating an infographic with the title, Why Should I Conserve Electricity? There are 4 netbooks at the back table that you can use, or you can use any software that's on your own device. Paper is on the table in front of Kashmir if you'd like to do something by hand. You're welcome to do that.
BYOD actually plays a small role in the classroom. There will be very few times where we would want every child on their own device. So then the teacher is going to be able to guide that process and help kids to continue to ask questions, and we start to unpack an idea. Where the teacher has a fundamental role to play is in the products that kids produce.
How do you know it's being successful? What are your indicators of success?
It would be, for me, the products that I see, that the students are able to create, how far they're able to take what they're learning, what they're able to accomplish, and what they're able to show is where I take my assessments from.
I had a teacher come down and tell me, my marks are too high this term. I said, why? He goes, because I give them feedback. And the students are so immersed in it that they're collaborating online at night. That would never have happened unless you bring in BYOD.
Andres, we're in the former computer lab room. And I love this symbol because it looks like ancient ruins.
The technology is organic throughout the building. There's still purposeful teaching happening, but the use of technology as a tool, you just see students pull out technology and say, okay, what about this?
You know, first of all, I think that we've demonstrated you know, by providing students with assistive technology, that on traditional measures they improve. You know, in your earlier work you talked about precision, and now we can be precise in a way that we could only dream of before, and get that assessment data to really say, yes, we've met that learning target.
In our superintendency meetings, the principals are not just coming to me, but talking amongst each other and saying, how do we get this moving? How do we get this working? What does this look like in your school? Can I go visit your school? Is everyone moving the way W.G. Davis is right now? No, not everyone is yet. But are there pockets out there that are starting to build it and build it? Yes, they are. So what we're starting to see is a grassroots movement moving up through the system.
2 years ago, if you had come into a senior team meeting, we would all have been there with our agendas and our pens. And now when you go in, everyone has an iPad or a laptop, And we've really taken the stance that if we're going to lead it, we have to do it.
Actually, our next steps at the school is for me to take 2 steps back and let the teachers take 3 steps forward and start guiding it themselves, and me giving them the opportunity to do that. If we think about the relationships we build in our work, we build teams. And we build those teams so we can be more productive to get more things done. That's what they're doing in the classroom now. They're building teams. And those teams are helping build better education for the students.